Hey guys, it's Vernie here. Another Tuesday, another Vault video. This is Season 1, Week 2 of The War Within, and we've got some content that all the healers did, so we'll go ahead and just start opening. We'll go do some of our lesser characters first. I always like saving the last, like the good ones until the end. It just feels nice. Especially with this week being Mythic Week, there's a lot of options for new loot available. We've got at least 2 characters with Mythic Vaults, so that'll be exciting. In the meantime, we really didn't have an opportunity to play too many of our alts just because we were focusing so much on the main. I think I did 30 or 35 keys on the main alone. So the Paladin got a lot done. Other characters, not so much. I believe the Druid is going to have one Delve slot. I think it's a level 8 Delve. Let's make sure we're in balance. We don't really want feral stuff. Obviously we're hoping for tier, I guess, on all these alts. Okay, that's a 10, 13 item level upgrade. We do lose speed, which is not great, but we can catalyze this. This is also our second catalyst charge is this week, I believe. So not only is there a new spark for your third crafted item, you should have 2 catalyst charges. So most of my characters I have not spent sparks on. So whenever I feel like it, I can end up crafting something decent. And I believe the quest to get the heroic crest, which you can do in story mode, is available already. So I think if you do 1 of 5 of the War Within max level campaign, there's a short quest line that sends you to Azj-Kahet. It's like 5 or 6 quests, and then you can kill Queen Ansarek in any difficulty, and it gives you a heroic crest, as well as some Valor Stones and some other stuff. So it's a nice way to get like a free, effectively free 616 crafted piece, which is pretty good. The priest, I think we did 4 delve, so we should have 2 vault slots. I am planning on doing dungeons on some of these other characters. It's gonna take a bit for me to catch up. So we've got 616 gloves, mastery crit. It's pretty good for holy. It's so for disc. It is 26 item level upgrade, and then shoulders, verse haste. It's okay for dungeons. Also 26 item levels. And they're like the same stat budget. Do we really care which one? I don't know what either catalyze into. We're just going to take shoulders just because, I don't know. My brain just says shoulders. It actually doesn't matter. They're probably going to get catalyzed regardless. So for now, it's a big item level bump. Hey, we're 600. And we've got 2 sparks. Maybe we'll craft a heroic weapon. And I think most of our characters are going to opt for a weapon of some sort with probably the Ascension embellishment on it. It seems to be performing the best right now for most people. Well, next, we've got the Shaman. I think also only did 2 delves, so we'll have 1 slot. These characters are going to be a bit slow to start just because my week has been very jam-packed trying to get, the 2 characters ready for Mythic, and been doing a lot of that. We raided like 4 times last week. It was a lot of raiding. So I guess, we're just looking for tier, weapon. I don't really want any of the delve trinkets. We already have 1 piece of heroic tier, or something we can catalyze into tier. Haste crit is really good stats. 26 item levels, sure. Not exciting, but it is a good piece. Hard to complain about a good ring, so 599. Oh, we're so close. I'm sure we can spend some crests or something. Alright, Monk next. Monk also did 4 delves. Should be 2 level 8 slots, 616. And this gear is like perfectly fine for the quote-unquote rats. Until it's probably going to be another week or 2 before I can really dive into the alts. I would like to do at least 1 key on them, but it's going to be difficult. 10s are kind of hard to come by right now. They are decently challenging. We got a 616 weapon last week. I don't think there's any int trinkets we want, so I think we just roll Windwalker, honestly. And if we happen to get an agi weapon, well, that's fine because we already have an int weapon. And most of the trinkets share stats, so if we get an agi trinket, I'm not that upset. Um, Hoping for tier, obviously. Let's see what we get. Well, it's neither of those. Okay. Really good stats, though. Both Averse Haste, which is excellent for Mistweaver and Windwalker. So we have a Champ Belt and a Champ Cape. I mean, so it doesn't really matter. The belt is generally more stats, so we're just going to go with that. That's okay. It's not bad. Sure. 601. Again, still 2 sparks. We could craft something. I don't know what we'll craft on this guy, because we have a weapon already. Alright, so now the big boys. We got the Evoker and the Paladin. So the Evoker I've been asked to keep relevant just because it seems like a lot of the better guilds are dropping Holy Paladins in favor of more throughput on some of the end mythic bosses. I think we're going to get to Brew Twister this week, so we will be gearing more of the Evoker this week. We didn't spend much time on him last week, but this week we'll be doing a hard focus on the Evoker, try and get him caught up. Because he's my alt, we haven't really got anything from Raid. This is all just stuff we've farmed. We did get a Changeling last night, and we have a Spy Masters from last week's vault, so our trinkets are set. I think I ran some level 8 delves. We should have 2 delve slots and 1 really big mythic slot. We did do a 10 last night. So I guess we're hoping for like a really disgusting weapon or an offhand even, and we could craft a main hand. If there was a myth changeling or crystal, we would take it, but it'd be a little less exciting. We'd love myth tier, something we catalyze into myth tier. So we'll open his dev and pray for the best. Ooh, that's an offhand. Ooh, that's really appealing because then we can craft a main hand with our Spark this week, in addition to Gilded Crest, and we can put our Ascension enchant on it. So we're going to. We need to screenshot this for the guild. So one moment. Sorry for the interruption. Now the offhand isn't super exciting, but I don't think we have an offhand really. So we do have a 603 offhand, but I mean this is like a max myth level. And the rest is tier. We're probably going to be getting funneled in heroic. I think I'm going to take this one. Like we're not taking that. We have this weapon already. Bracers we have crafted. The boots are a tiny upgrade. These are like a small upgrade. Like obviously the tier is appealing, but we're going to be getting funneled. We have 2 catalyst charges, and we can get a KSM token. So I think the best bet is to take the offhand and craft a weapon this week. And that'll give us a myth main hand and a myth offhand, which is pretty sweet. So we're okay with that. Very nice. And the Paladins. The Paladin did quite a bit of content. We have max dungeon vaults. I think we did like 8 or 9 10s. We depleted most of them. Most of them were a struggle. Grim Batol is extremely hard. Stone Vault extremely hard. Siege of Borealis extremely hard. I think there were some tuning changes today or yesterday for that, so we'll have to look at that. We'll also have 1 Myth Raid Vault. We did kill 3 bosses. So we've got 1 Myth Raid Vault, 2 Heroic Raid Vaults, and then 3 Myth Dungeon Vaults. Obviously, we're going to be rolling Holy. We crafted a weapon last week, so we're 636. We would love to see a Dungeon Trinket. We could really use a Myth Gale of Shadows, Unbound Changeling, Empowered Crystal. I also wouldn't be too upset if I rolled like a Haste Mastery Ring or the Haste Mastery Neck from Stone Vault. The rest is just Myth tier. You know, we really don't want bracers or a cape, but Myth tier would be really solid. So we'll go ahead and open this Holy and see what we get. Oh, dude. Not the trinkets you want to see at all. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, let me take a screenshot of this. That's not great. Um, man, this is not good. We have a myth weapon, so we can't take that. I don't think either of these trinkets are very good. Myth bracers. That's our crafted slot. I mean, the stats are good and it's got avoidance. I mean, I guess I could take these and then recraft my bracers. I could use a spark today to recraft onto like cape, but that's like such a small upgrade. That's really pathetic. Oh man, hero boots, which I'm not even gonna bother looking at. Well, it's okay. The neck is terribly statted, so I really don't want to do that. I'd rather craft a neck. And we can't take the myth weapon because we have a myth weapon. Okay, so we're just going to pull up QE Live and just glance at these trinkets. I don't think these trinkets are going to be better than what I'm wearing. They're very bad trinkets. Like, the worst in the dungeon pool, I think. Well, let's look at Holy Paladin. We're looking at Viscous Coagulum and Cyril Concoctory. In fact, we can just pull this up so you guys can see it too. So, Viscous Coagulum. Am I crazy? Is it even on here? It's not even on here. And then Cyril Concoctory is very low. My 606 Gale of Shadows is better than a 623 Concoctory. It's not Creeping Coagulum, right? Yeah, it's the other one. It's the other Healthstone looking one. Wow. Terrible trinkets, man. You fucking hate to see it. Apologies for my language, but man. Okay. Or we take a socket. Which, if we take a socket, I mean, what? We're putting it on the myth belt, probably, right? The only other thing is, we could take the bracers. The bracers are such a small upgrade, but they are going to go to 639 with bis stats and avoidance. If this didn't have good stats and avoidance, I wouldn't even consider it over a socket, but I kind of want to take it, and then I can use my crest this week because I have a free heroic crest. I could just craft a heroic cape with better stats and then put my writhing embellishment on that. Man, it feels kind of bad. Uh, and the boots have terrible stats. I really don't want to take the boots. And the idea behind crafting on the cape and the bracers is that they're the lowest statted pieces. The crafted items are 3 item levels lower than max myth gear, so putting them on a low stat budget item is preferable because they'll be 636 instead of 639. Man. Like that. Okay, hold on. Now I feel like I have to like look in the Discord and just make sure I'm not going crazy. Viscous coagulum. Um, hmm. Really deliberating. Okay, I think we're just gonna take it. We're gonna take the Myth Bracers. This is probably really stupid. Yep, fuck it. We can get sockets later. We'll take a slight upgrade now, and then, I mean, we are getting an upgrade in another slot because we will be crafting over here, so that's fine. Man, I hate to use my sparks like this, but kind of sucks to have wasted them. But anyway, that's going to be all for me. We will be on Twitch, twitch.tv/Veronix. Been streaming pretty much every day. I'd say 5 or 6 out of the 7 days of the week, doing keys and delves and raids and whatnot. So feel free to come check us out. I am going to try to do some more videos this week. We have a couple of mythic kills to release. Plus, we'll go over some patch notes and just my general thoughts on the healers that I'm playing right now. So I will try and get some more YouTube content done this week. So yeah, feel free to look forward to that. And I hope you guys had some good vaults, and we'll see you next time. Peace.